I'm just testing this out. But my grandpa was a great man. This is that was them, my mom, and I don't know who the other two were. Not my mom, my grandma. My grandpa was a really great fisherman, or he loved to fish. It's my grandpa and grandma young. Wow, that's weird for me to look at. Really weird. I can't. Was that Melissa Marie Sparling?
What kind of fucking spelling is this? Do you see that? Are you?
That was Michelle. Those are my aunt's baby things. And again, my grandpa was really great. Like, he was really big into fishing. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I should probably pause this.
Mom.
That's my Uncle Dennis, my Aunt Michelle, my Aunt Missy, and my grandparents when they were younger. Lot younger. Way younger. They'd probably kill me if they heard me say that. Oh, that's a family picture. That's my mom right there. On the bottom. They were the youngest. My mother's the baby of the family. My grandpa was a big Dodgers fan. He's a giant Dodgers fan. Biggest Dodgers fan I ever met. Really, honestly. Had an issue there. Oh, with my arms, they were growing tired. My grandparents. Much older, but my grandparents. The children of the family. My Uncle Dennis, my mother on the left, my Aunt Michelle in the front, my Aunt Missy, who's the blonde. Family portrait, I guess. Yeah, family portrait. You know, the fishing scene, because again, my grandpa loved fishing. A lot. Almost as much as he loved telling exaggerated stories. Well, that was pretty much the extent of this video. Really. But yeah, it is what it is. And he passed. Which was really sad. But in loving memory of Stephen Wayne Sparling. November 17th, 2013. It was a sad day for my whole family. So, yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of my grandfather's death. For the longest time he had heart issues, and he had like 23 stents in his heart or something like that. He had a lot of stents there. It was that. But his lung finally gave out on him. And you know, I just thought this should be something I should. It's personal, but it's something that if I'm going to do this, then I feel like I should tell you guys. Even though there's only like 8 of you, whatever, and one of you, Bo. Okay. It's like 6 of you, 5 of you in all reality, whatever. But my grandpa was a very special man, and you know, so I wrote a poem like near the end of October that I wanted to post on Facebook on the day of his death, which is November 17th, as you saw, of 2013. So yesterday was the day he died, 2 years ago, which is sad, and we all knew it was happening once he was put on hospice, but we just didn't know when. And he died the morning, and I remember going over there before they did all the other stuff, just seeing his lifeless body on that hospice bed they had for him. It was a really sad sight. I mean, he was a really loved man. Everything about him was special. So I wanted to read you the poem that I wrote for him in honor of his 2-year death anniversary. One second. Just 1 second. Gotta go to my Facebook. Granted, that's what I'm going to. Is not my Facebook. Is to my YouTube account Facebook. Enigma78 on Facebook. Work. Don't auto blink me, you loser. But yeah, he was a really special man. He died my junior year in high school when I was 17. And I missed 1 day of high school. Just one. And it was for his funeral. I never missed a day freshman year. I never missed a day sophomore year. I missed that 1 day junior year for his funeral, and I never missed a day senior year either. I could have missed a day my senior year because I was invited to go watch Avengers 2 Age of Ultron in an IMAX theater somewhere with my family, and I was like, no, I'd rather go to school. It's weird. I'm weird. But yeah, the 1 day I missed in high school, or just school, well, yeah, high school, because I missed a lot of days in junior high. I missed like 2 weeks and 3 days, something like that. Just like total. I'm not even gonna try elementary school. No. But he was a really special man. He was a big Dodgers fan, as you could see. He loved the Dodgers. Sometimes I get torn, but in baseball, like I don't know who to vote for. Dodgers or Cardinals. But I think that's always been underlying for me because I don't know. He was a really great man. Just, I know I'm saying that a lot, but he really was a great man. The older he got, the more I'm coming to understand, the more facetious he got. He flirted with a lot of girls in his old age, but it was mostly like young girls he would flirt with, like checkout girls. Wow, there's a really cheesy line somewhere in there that my grandpa probably would use that I'm not going to. But yeah, he did that a lot, and then his best friend was Dave Eason. Oh my god, that man. I love him, but he's just overbearing. Sometimes it's not even funny. Okay, because here's a little story. When my grandpa was on hospice, or he was about to be put on hospice, and that same month, I busted my chin open in PE. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on for me November junior year in 2013. Yeah, I busted my chin open right here in PE because I jumped up to go catch a football, and when I came down, I got disoriented somehow, but I did, and I landed on my chin. Like, I belly flopped with my chin going into it. Ow, it hurt. It hurt a lot. And so after a while, I just didn't really feel the pain. I didn't know what was going on. I was lightheaded. I was like, whoa, what is going on here? I just kind of backed up into the wall. Everybody came rushing towards me, and I'm like, what is going on? And then they had somebody take me to the nurse, and she used like butterfly bandages. And I left. Well, actually, they put me in a wheelchair because they thought I was going to faint or something. And so they had my dad come pick me up. It really hurt. And so I got 7 stitches in my chin. And that was fun. That was really fun. I had never really had stitches before. I mean, I did, because when I was a baby, I was like 2 or 1. a picture frame fell off the wall and sliced my pinky nail completely off, and I had to get stitches to get that stitch back on. That I don't remember at all, but it happened because my sister and me were jumping on the bed and the picture frame fell off, and bam, baby pinky nail me, no more. Had to get stitches to put that back on. But I don't remember that. But I do remember the stitches junior year when I busted my chin open. Oh my god! And I remember because he said you could see like a tiny hole in the big hole, or the big gash. You could see a tiny hole in the big gash, and I was like, what? This doctor was crazy. Like, he told me it was gonna hurt too. Like, it was gonna really hurt. But there were like only several moments that like really hurt. Like he pinched something or whatever. And there weren't that many, to be honest with you. Like, it didn't really hurt that much. It didn't hurt as much as he said it was going to. Like, he built it up to be like this painful thing. Like, it's probably the most pain you're ever gonna feel, kid. And I'm just like, nah. Didn't hurt at all. Not really. I mean, somewhat hurt. And there were like 2 times where I could feel the pain intensely. Otherwise, it was pretty subdued and didn't hurt at all, really. It was funny feeling more than anything, other than those 3 seconds of intense pain. It was a more funny feeling than anything. But yeah, that all happened when my grandpa was put on hospice, or about to be put on hospice. And it was a crazy month. Like, it was weird because everything about me in that moment was kind of put in the sideline. Like, I was an afterthought. My injury was an afterthought for everything at that moment. My grandfather was the forefront, like he should have been, and he was. It was just weird. It's still not done loading. That's awesome. That's always awesome. But yeah, he was that old man who always told stories. He would always tell stories no matter what, and no matter what the story was, he always exaggerated it. I'm not even kidding you. He exaggerated his stories. It wasn't even funny. There's that commercial that's been going on a lot, and it's of the guy with the fish, and he's telling the story, and it looks like he's pulling a giant fish out of the ocean, and then this other guy comes up to, and he's like, oh, where do you want me to put the fish? And he's like, just put it in the box, Mary. Just put it in the box, because it's just a really tiny fish. And the way he's telling the story is like it's bigger than a shark. My mom said that always reminded her of Grandpa, because the story was highly exaggerated, and he always told, like, he told us stories of how him and my grandma met, and even my grandma would be like, Steven, that's highly exaggerated. So there was that. But he was just a really awesome guy. And I'm glad I got to know him for at least 17 years of my life. Or 16 and a third, I guess you could say. Because I had just turned 17 in July, and then he died in November. So I was 17 when he died, but I was a fresh 17-year-old, kind of. I'd been 17 for 4 months. So I guess it wasn't fresh. Yeah. Ew. This page still hasn't loaded, by the way. I'm just like right here. Load. Like, come on, my YouTube loaded. It won't move. Oh, it won't move. The computer's being really slow. That's great. Really slow. Freaking tastic. I'm trying to read you all a poem here. Oh, whatever. I wanted to do it while looking, but you know what? Whatever. Guess I'm just gonna have to. You're gonna have to bear with me now as I lose my family computer instead of my laptop because it's not working right now. Whatever. Okay, so it is gonna be moved up. Yeah, don't worry. Seeing you in that moment was a magical sight. Hearing your words, your stories, over and over. If I knew it was the last time I would see you, hear you, I would have never left that moment for a second. Instead, here I am, hearing your voice over and over without you in sight. Walking by you every day, still with you nowhere in sight, hearing your voice. If I knew it was the last time I'd get to be by you, I would have never left your side that night. I only have the echo of your words running rampant in my memories of your greatness. I was quiet for years, never standing out, never speaking out. If I knew it was the last time, I wouldn't have been quiet about how much I love you. I love you, Grandpa. You will always be greatly missed. That's the poem I wrote for my grandpa. And it made my mom cry. It made my Aunt Michelle cry. It probably made my grandma cry. Oh no, she saw it. It's got 15 likes. Oh boy. I don't really care how many likes it gets. I mean, hey. Roy Roberts liked it. That was my English teacher, my senior. No, he was my creative writing teacher. My sister commented, absolutely beautiful, Philip, with a heart emoji. My aunt, this is so heartwarming. My grandma, wonderful. The aunt I made cries, making me cry. And my Aunt Deb, who is technically my great aunt, because this is my grandpa's sister. Very good, Philip. Very good. Double exclamation point. Space in between my name and the exclamation point. And she capitalized every letter, or she capitalized the V on very, the G on good, and the P on Philip. That G should not be capitalized. Just saying. My Aunt Michelle didn't even capitalize anything, but had the exclamation point. That had an exclamation point. My sister had a period, whatever. My Aunt Lisa had nothing, no punctuation at all. Oh wow. And just for more reference, my sister, she posted something. My dad posted too, but he posted a he reposted a picture or shared a memory, and it was the memory of his death, but he didn't really add on to anything of it. My sister did. In fact, I think her new one was longer than the one she shared from. Yeah, she did. Yeah, it was. November 17th, 2013, day he died. My sister said, "Today was by far one of the hardest days I've even been through. You always think you have more time with the ones you love. I lost a wonderful grandfather that will always be in my heart. He is surrounded with love and family. I will always cherish the 20 years I had with him, and always remember them with happiness. I'm thankful for that, and he's no longer in pain, and his soul can be at peace. I love you, Grandpa, and always will. Rest in peace." That was 2 years ago today. Well, technically yesterday. And when Josh even edited it. Okay, that's nice. "I still can't believe it. I miss you every single day. I would have given anything to have had you at my wedding, but I know you were watching it from where you are. I'm so thankful you and Kane were able to meet and that you liked him. I know if you were still here, you would absolutely love him. I'm so grateful I spent so much time with you before you passed. I will cherish those memories and that time spent for the rest of my life. I'm glad I do not have to live with regret of not enough time spent with you. God damn it, sister. I know it meant so much to have. Wow, this is supposed to be emotional. I can't even get my tongue to work. That's how frigadagga-ding-donged I am right now. I know it meant so much to you to have me there every day for almost 2 months. Rest easy, Grandpa. Heart emoji. That poem I wrote meant a lot to me. It came from the heart, just like my sister's words did. My sister, as you can tell, was basically saying she wished Grandpa was still alive for her wedding that she just had. That you all know, because I posted it to Facebook. Not Facebook, I mean, fricka-dagga-ding dong, whatever. I did post it to Facebook. That was my job. I'm the one who did all of it and edited it and all that stuff. But it's on YouTube. It's on my vlogs playlist that you can go watch. Highly recommend you do. It was a fun night. And she wishes he got to know Kane more, who is her new husband and my brother-in-law. And that she has no regrets for the time she spent with Grandpa when he was alive in her 20 years. And she's glad that she doesn't have regret, and she will cherish all the memories that she had with him. And she was there, by his side for 2 months. And it's been hard for all of us, especially my mother. Oh, my grandpa's got it the worst. My grandparents were touchy people. They were always touching each other in some way, shape, or form. Like a hand on the shoulder, hand on hand, whatever. That's just how my family is. And then now she doesn't have that touch. Now my grandpa's gone, and sometimes she doesn't know how to deal with it, which is why we have family movie night, to distract her and be there for her. My poem, as if you couldn't tell, was about regret. Seeing you in that moment was a magical sight. Every time I saw him, it was always magical. It was always great. It was always fun. He was a great man. And it will always be a magical moment to remember seeing him in that moment. Hearing your words, your stories, over and over. And the stories he weaved with his words that we all heard over and over again was just implanted in our heads. To a degree. If I knew it was the last time I would see you, hear you, I would have never left that moment for a second. I think anybody who lost somebody and knew it was the last time that they would see them and hear them in that moment, you would never want to leave it. You would always want to stay there because they would be there and you would see them and you could hear them. They wouldn't be gone. Instead, here I am hearing that voice over and over without you in sight. You hear his words in your head. God. This computer is weird. That thing's been opening and closing. I don't know why. Well, anyway. I'm hearing his words over and over in my head. But he's nowhere in sight because now he's 6 feet underground. In a Dodgers casket, by the way. He was buried in a Dodgers casket. Damn. I had to carry that attack. God, yeah. Fricka-dagga-ding-dong, my words need to work. No. I was a pallbearer at his funeral. All of his grandsons were, except for Aaron, because Aaron was the youngest. Because Aaron me. So if I was in his place, I wouldn't have been a pallbearer. He was an honorary pallbearer, but I was a pallbearer. I had to carry his casket to the hearse, and from the hearse to the grave. But he's no longer with us in the sight, in the flesh. He's now 6 feet underground in a Dodgers casket, dodging all of daylight. Yes, I made that pun. Deal with it. But we always hear his words. His words of wisdom. His exaggerated stories. Walking by you every day, still with you nowhere in sight, hearing your voice. Okay, I walk my dog every day. Balto, as you know, he's not in sight right now, but I walk by his grave every day. He's buried right in the cemetery that I've walked in, that you've seen in my vlog videos. And I always make the trip to his grave. I always do. He's one of the most important people to me in my life. One of the most special people that I've ever met in my life. And now he's gone. And he's been gone for 2 years, which sucks. It sucks for us all. But I make a point to visit his grave every time I walk Balto. The only times I don't is when it's like raining hardcore. As soon as I get to that point, and it happened like a couple days. It was like the 15th of November or the 16th of November that it rained really hardcore. As soon as I got to his grave, and I was like, God damn it! If I knew it was the last time I would get to be by you, I would have never left your side that night. Now I only have the echo of your words running rampant in my memories of your greatness. Okay. One of the very last nights, I got to see him when he was alive. We were all in the back room, surrounding him while he was on his hospice bed. And I couldn't take it anymore. The emotional pain, the emotional stress, my physical strain on my legs and my body were getting to me. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to leave. I had to get out of there. I had to breathe. I had to get room. I had to get room to think and breathe. So, what did I do? I went running to my girlfriend at the time, which was Alicia. And I know you might never see this, Alicia, but if you do somehow see this, I'd like to thank you, because you were there for me in one of my most pain moments. Well, you always gave me flack because I couldn't cry. I just can't thank you enough for being there for me in one of my most dire needs, in one of my most painful, heart-wrenching moments. It really was painful. And she was there for me. She comforted me. And Mario Party 9 was not the greatest idea. But it was better than nothing. And I can't thank you enough for being there for me in one of my most trying times, with the loss of a family member. And of course, I only have the words echoing in my head, the running rampant about his greatness, because he was a really great man. No one better. I was quiet for years, never standing out, never speaking out. If I knew it was the last time, I wouldn't have been quiet about how much I love you. I love you, Grandpa. You'll always be greatly missed. Okay, my thing as a child was I was very shy. I didn't stand out. I didn't do anything to try and stand out. Really, I kept to myself. I didn't speak much. I would hug and I would kiss, but even then that was very rare. I do it a lot more now that I'm older. But growing up, I didn't do much. I didn't try and stand out. I didn't try and speak out. I think the most I ever did was show him my action figures and stuff and my cards and whatnot. But it was just something that I regret. I regret not trying to make the move to talk to him. Because, I mean, I did, but I didn't do it enough. I regret not doing it. I regret the missed opportunities that I didn't take. And because of that, if I knew it was the last time, I would have never been quiet about all of those times that I had, that I missed, that I didn't say, I love you. I would have never been quiet about how much I loved him. There's a picture I want to show you. I don't have many pictures with the man because of those reasons I told you, because of all the regrets I have, because of that poem about regret if I never knew. This is one of the only pictures I have with him. Yes. In the kitchen. We were in the kitchen. And as you can see, there's tiny little me with my Darth Vader t-shirt that I got on my birthday that year. There's my grandpa with that look in his eyes. That smile that says, yep, that's the world. His glasses, he had glasses. He was colorblind just like me. Actually, worse than me, there's his watch. As you can see, those are, it's a Jango Fett? Yeah, it's a Jango Fett. There's an R2-D2. What else is in there? Nothing else. Not in the picture anyway. But I had a lot of action figures that were Star Wars. And it was one of the things we had in common, or one of the things we both shared and both loved. But yeah, me and my grandpa. His picture is always in my room. Always in view. It's one of the only pictures I do have with him. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a like. Comment, I'd always enjoy your feedback. And subscribe! Just because my eyes got really watery in this video does not mean I don't have the energy to do that. Ta-ta. For now.